If you think working remotely, training remotely, or coaching remotely is really difficult, just imagine hiring remotely, how difficult that would be. If you have to assess someone over the phone, maybe through a video call or by email, and gauge the person, conduct the initial assessment over the phone or over a video call, how difficult that task would be. Because one hiring mistake can cost you a lot. So, if the job or the task is difficult, you need to find a ways and means of getting things done. Which is why we will be discussing 5 areas a skillful HR recruiting officer should be mindful of. First, as any other task, active listening is very important because you will be able to understand the tone of voice. Just by the tone of voice, you'll be able to read the person. You'll be able to understand how eager this person is to get the job, and you will be also know the level of knowledge from the things that candidate explaining to you. When the candidate explaining in detail, you can read the person, how thorough is this person. That is a very important thing to understand before recruit. So active listening is very important aspect. Now the second aspect is tracking the verbal cues. You can really assess the level of interest of the candidate by listening or understanding the questions which are coming from the candidate, especially with regard to the job role. They would have more questions on the job role and probably followed by the company, how the company works, trying to understand the company culture. These are good questions. These questions will only come from the candidates who are really interested about the organization and the job role. They might also go one step further and try to explain how their skills would complement to the job role. Then again, how candidate is really interested about this opportunity. Now you have to be very tactful here. You have to trick the candidate probably just to get answers, like just to ask like what type of job opportunities that you're really looking, or have you already applied? What is your future plan? Do you want to be in this position or this industry, or do you have any other plans? What are your future educational or higher educational plans? From these questions you can understand or narrow down how long this person will be with you. So that is again another indicator to justify a recruitment. If you ask open-ended questions, you can get some multiple benefits. One would be if you ask about the company, because any candidate who really serious about the job role probably have done certain amount of research about the company. Then again you can understand the eagerness, and also you can also assess the candidate's level of ability to ex- explain things. So by asking open-ended question, and you may able to gauge certain skills that could be really important for the job role. Finally, a good hiring officer should be able to clearly and thoroughly explain the hiring and the training process. If you have a serious hiring process with multiple layers, you should be able to inform the stages and the expectations of each stage. And then again the training process, if you have a let's say 5, 10, 15 days of training process, you should be able to explain the training process, the payments during the training process, and the expectation or the outcome from the training, if you have certain training exam to be passed or any practicals to be done. So you need to explain this process clearly and thoroughly. So there itself, some candidates will make a decision whether to join or not, and whoever make the decision, that those candidates will last long in the training process and with the company. So here is very important that you give and set the expectation with the candidates of what we are expecting or what they should expect from the hiring and the training process.